Hello students, welcome to Prep School English classes. Today's session, Chapter 4 from your Vista's textbook, the lesson, The Enemy. Before this, I had taught you all the Tiger King that has been listed as a deleted lesson in the curriculum for the year 2021. So leave that aside and go directly to the lesson, The Enemy. So what is the lesson all about? I will be discussing today the author, the title and the theme, what is the significance and the moral, who are the characters in the lesson. There are few words in context, what is the summary, what is the conclusion and what are the expected question and answers. So remember, you need to know all these few things from your examination point of view. So who is the author of the lesson, The Enemy? The author, Pearl S. Buck. She is an American novelist and a writer. She has won the Pulitzer Award, the Pulitzer Prize, and also she is a Nobel Prize winner in literature. She is a prominent advocate too for women and minority group. So, in this lesson, she takes us through the choices between being an humanitarian and a patriotic. So, let's have a look at the overview of the lesson. The story is back then during the Second World War. It is between an American prisoner and a Japanese doctor. So it is during the World War II. So what is the significance? What does the story symbolize? It symbolizes the human qualities. It symbolizes the human qualities. And what is the theme? The theme of the lesson is man's duty towards the state and towards his own conscience. Remember, every person has got two things. One is he has to do the duty towards what is asked for, and another thing, he has a choice to do the duty as per his own conscience, isn't it? For example, I am a teacher here, standing in front of you. I have to deliver the online classes in front of the smart board as per the norms of the institution, whatever they have told me, how I have to deliver. But on the other side, I have a conscience. I want to do it myself in the way what feels right. So not everything I want to follow according to the norms. So that is the priority at time during the situation and circumstances. What do we look at? So man's duty towards the state and towards his own conscience is the theme of the lesson. Moving forward, what is the message that the lesson gives us? It tells us humanity transcends the man-made prejudices and barriers. Now, what do you mean by prejudices? It's a man-made difference. It could be difference in caste, religion, or community, or color, etc. And transcends means you're going beyond the prejudices. Alright? So, the message is very clear that humans cross that line, cross that barrier, go behind the prejudices and the barriers and move forward wherever it is required. So that is the message. Going forward, what is the moral of the lesson? Humans have certain ethics. So that should be the priority at any time. So the moral of the lesson is ethics of the human should be the utmost priority at any given time. Lastly, what is the conclusion of the lesson? It condemns the racial discrimination. It condemns the differences, the racial discrimination, and hails the superiority of humans over any other things. It keeps the superiority of a human being in a great height, and it condemns the racial discrimination. So now that you know what is the story, The Enemy all about, what is the significance of the story, what is the theme and the message and the moral and the conclusion, remember you will get short answer questions from any of this. Alright? For example, they ask you what is the theme of the lesson, The Enemy. In case you do not know exactly what is the theme, you at least know what is the story about, isn't it? So you can put anything, either it could be a moral or the conclusion, whatever words comes to your head related to the lesson, you can put. By this, what I mean to tell you all is, don't ever leave any question unanswered just because you do not know exactly how to write. Just recollect it and you have to answer the question. So this was an overview of the lesson. Moving forward, let us see who are the characters on the lesson. Every story has got few characters, isn't it? So here are few of them in this lesson. The first one is Dr. Sadao Hoki. Dr. Sadao Hoki, he is a Japanese surgeon, a Japanese doctor as well as a scientist. So he has a wife. His wife is Hena. Hena is his wife. She is the mother of 2 children. Going forward, you see Tom. Tom is an American prisoner of war. Tom is an American prisoner of war. The story is between Dr. Sadao and Tom over here. Next, you have the general. The general is a person who is the Japan's army general. Okay, so he is the general. His name is not mentioned. So he is known as the general. So who is the general in the lesson, the enemy? He is Japan's army general. So you need to mention this. Lastly, there are few servants living in the doctor's house. One is Yumi and a cook and a gardener. So Yumi, the cook and the gardener are the servant in the doctor's residence. So these are few of the characters you will get to see in the lesson. To repeat, Dr. Sadao Hoki, Hana, Tom, the general, Yumi, the cook and an old gardener. So now that you know who are the characters in the lesson, let's move forward to understand what is the lesson all about. So what is the title of the lesson? The enemy. So keeping in mind the title, the enemy, you need to understand the lesson is something to do between 2 persons who have disliking, who are enemy to each other. So dear children, always I divide the lesson into subtopics. Understand that it is a very long lesson for you to read, for you to understand, and it is not possible for me to read each line and explain. So I have divided it into subtopics for you to easily grasp and then get back to your textbook to understand in detail. So how do I go about the lesson today? I will tell you all the introduction of the lesson with a character sketch of all the characters whom I mentioned in my previous slide, and how does the story begin. And there is an unseen sight. What is that unseen sight? Who is the prisoner of the war? Here I mentioned Tom. So why is he called the prisoner of the war? And the duty as a doctor, Sadao's duty as a doctor, what does he do? And you see Hena's being supportive. She's being supportive as a wife, as a mother, as a caretaker. So let's understand about that. And there are few reference pages. I just told you all that. I can't get into detail with every page, but you need to see the references what I have given and read and understand those pages. There is a little bit of conversation which happens between the characters, and lastly I will conclude the lesson. So this is how I have divided your lesson. So let's look at few of the words in context, starting with yonder. Yonder meaning at some distance in the direction pointed at. Next, kimono. It's a traditional Japanese garment that the Japanese wear. Spiked means covered with sharp points. Further, stupor, state of being unconscious. Battered means torn or worn out. Paid no heed. It is paid no attention. Quivered means shivered. These are few. Some more to go. Look at here. Incisions. Incisions means a surgical cut. Assuage means decrease at a point. Assassins means killers, professional killers. Dereliction. Dereliction means failure to perform one's own duty. One fails to perform his or her duty. Slack means to reduce. Traitor. A person who betrays his own country is a traitor. Last one, ebbing. Ebbing means decreasing gradually. So these are few of the words in context. Have a look at it. So let me introduce the lesson The Enemy with an introduction. I have already told you all that the lesson is back then during the World War II. It is between an American prisoner and a Japanese doctor. How did the American prisoner come and fall under the hands of the Japanese doctor? Thus, let's go ahead to check whether the Japanese doctor will help the American prisoner. Will he treat him and cure his wounds? Or will he help him to escape? Or will he hand him over to the Japan army? So, it was at the time of the World War II. An American prisoner was washed ashore in a dying state. Washed ashore means he was in the sea and he was brought to the shore. He was washed ashore. Next, he was found at the doorstep of the Japanese doctor. Doorstep of the Japanese doctor, you need to relate that Dr. Sadao's residence was very much next to the seashore. So, the dying prisoner was washed nearly towards his doorstep. So, what does the doctor do? Should the doctor be a patriot? Patriot is love towards the country. So, should he be a patriot? Save him, save the prisoner and then hand him over to the army? Should he save the prisoner and hand him over to the army? Or help the prisoners medically? Help the prisoner medically or help him to run away, escape? So, let's look at it. So, this being the introduction, let us go into the character sketch of all the characters I had mentioned earlier. So, let's look at the first character, Dr. Sadao Hoki. Now, earlier I told you all that he was a Japanese doctor, he was a famous surgeon and a scientist as well. He had gone to America at the age of 22 to learn medicine. He returned back to Japan at the age of 30 and he was a very popular doctor. He was married to Hina and then he was a father of 2 children. One was a little baby of 3 months. Now, he was so famous, he was so wanted that the Army General of the Japan Army did not want Sadao to go into the war, to abode with the troops. That was because the Army General was a little ill. He wanted medication then and then that's the reason he had to have an operation or surgery, and he had all the faith and confidence that Dr. Sadao was the only doctor who could do it. That's the reason he was not sent to war to abode with the troops. So, Dr. Sadao was a Japanese doctor and a scientist. I told you all, at 22 he went to America to study medicine. He got back at the age of 30 and he learned surgery and medicine as well. He became a famous scientist too. He was married and he was a father of 2 children. He was not sent abroad. This is an important question. Why was he not sent abroad to the war with the troops? That was because the general was expected to have an operation and Dr. Sadao was the only doctor that the general actually trusted. So this being Dr. Sadao Hoki, who is he? How did he grow up? What was his growing up? Now, he lived in the Japanese coast. Where did he live? He lived in the Japanese coast. His house was just adjacent to the seashore. He had a stone house set upon the rocks, and around his house there were lot of pine trees. He was a very obedient child and listened to his father. did everything that his father said. I told you all, it was his father's interest that he goes to America and learns medicine. So his education was his father's main concern. The chief concern was his education. His father wanted him to study to serve his country. The father wanted Dr. Sadao to learn medicine and serve the people of Japan. So, you see, he was a patriot. Dr. Sadao was a patriot and he did end up in being a skillful and an expert surgeon. So, this is about who is Dr. Sadao and what was his growing up. Moving forward, let's look at who is Hina. I told you all, Hina is the wife of Dr. Sadao. Now, she is a very dignified lady, a mother of 2 children, a woman of patience, and she had got along so well with Dr. Sadao. It so happened that she was also studying in America, and one day they met each other in a professor's house. They fell in love and they got married. Being compassionate and humanitarian was a characteristic. It is very evident through the lesson when all a servant gave up in helping or coming forward to look after the prisoner. Hana stayed so very cool and did all the job in helping her husband successfully fulfill his wish. So, Hana was an ideal wife, a mother, and she was a true Japanese too. She was very, very patriotic. I told you all, she was a humanitarian and very compassionate. She supported her husband in all his decisions. She was very dignified and carried herself in control all the way through the story. Now, she sacrifices her dignity. Here, there is an incident where she herself had to wash the wounded prisoner when a servant did not help her. So, during that time, she sacrifices her dignity and does her duty. So, it is evident when the servant refuses to wash the Englishman. Moving forward about her, some more to go, she was definitely a caring mother. Though the servant's Yumi was the servant who looked after her 2 children, she was very caring and was worried about the children's future. So to conclude, she was cool even though there was tension and worries with her. There is a lot of tension through the story, there's a lot of worries through the story, but you see Hina always as a cool lady. So that being said about Hina, let's look at few more characters, that is the servant. Since it was a big house, since the house had children too, you see they had appointed few servants. So who were the servants? The first one being the caretaker of the children. Sadao's 2 children was taken care by Yumi. There was a cook who would help Hina in the kitchen. So the second servant was the cook. And the third one was an old gardener. Now this gardener lived from the times of Sadao's father only. So he was so old and he was so very adjusted and adapted to the lifestyle in that house. So that was an old gardener. Now what is it about all 3 of them? They were all so very patriotic. They believe that they are Japanese and they will do everything for the Japanese only. Now, they were not okay by their master helping an American, treating an American prisoner. So, they were straightforward. Okay, they never rendered any help. So, all 3 refused to help the prisoner treatment. It was not that they did not want to help their master, but they did not want to give their service to an American. So this is about the servant. Moving forward, the prisoner. I told you all, Dr. Sadao and Hina had encountered with an unknown person who was washed ashore, isn't it? So he was none other than Tom, the American prisoner of war. He was shot and he had escaped. and he was bleeding a lot with deep wound. Behind him there was a bullet too. The man looked very tortured. Tom actually looked very tortured. There was a lot of pain in his face and he had gone through a lot of suffering. So he was overwhelmed. He was very happy. He was amazed by the service of Dr. Sadao, by the generosity of Dr. Sadao. And he felt very secure to be under the hands of Dr. Sadao. He also seeks Dr. Sadao to help him to escape. So that is about the prisoner. Remember, his name is Tom and he is an American prisoner of war. Moving forward, so I told you all the general. He was a general for the Japanese army. In the story, he does not have a name. He was aged, he was ailing, okay, and he required treatment now and then, and he was expected to have an operation, a surgery, and he was very comfortable with Dr. Sadao. He trusted only Dr. Sadao's treatment. That's the reason Dr. Sadao, being a famous surgeon, being a popular scientist, he was not sent aboard with the troops. That's because anytime the general had to undergo a surgery and he had to be attended for his medical illness. So the general was the Japanese army general. He was Sadao's patient. He was old and ailing. He had complete faith only with Dr. Sadao's treatment. Hence, he did not send him aboard with the troops. He himself was educated in Princeton in America. So understand that his education was also in Princeton. Now, he assured Dr. Sadao in getting rid of the prisoner. There was an incident when Dr. Sadao was telling the general about the American prisoner, and then the general promised and assured Dr. Sadao that he will help him, take away the prisoner from his house. So that was about the general. I hope you're familiar with all the characters. Dr. Sadao, his wife Hena, their servants Humi, the cook and the old gardener, the American prisoner Tom, and the Japanese general, the Japanese army general, the general. With this, let's look at what is the story all about. Now, the story begins with, it is a scene where Sadao and his wife Hena are standing in the balcony of their house, seeing through the pine trees. They can see the hidden mist in the seashore. So as they were looking at it, they suddenly saw some black thing coming up, and they were curious. They were surprised. It was too late for the fisherman to come back. The fisherman never lived around that place. So what was that they saw behind the hidden mist? The story begins then. So it was a scene of action on the Japanese coast. Sadao and Hana sees the mist hidden in the highland near the shore, which was close to their house. Something black came out of the mist. It was a man who was crawling on his hands and knees. So it was a man who was crawling on his hands and knees. When they walked towards him, what did they do? They were curious. So they get out of their house and they walk towards this man whom they saw. So who is this man? They realizes that he was a white man. So how did he look? What happened then? He was wounded and motionless. He was completely with wound and he had no motion at all. There was sand on the sides of his face and all over the body. There was sand because you see he was crawling on his hands and knees and he was on the shore. So all the sand was on his face. There were red stains soaking through. That means he was bleeding. There was red stains. He had a wet cap and wet rags of garments. Garments means clothes. So completely wet. Definitely he had just come out of water. So his cap and rags, everything was wet. Now he had a long, yellowish, rough beard, and his hair was also yellowish and rough. But he was young, he looked young, but his face had a tortured look. His face was very tortured, and he was totally unconscious. He was not at all in his senses. So children, your lesson begins with Dr. Sadao and Hannah seeing through their balcony across the sea. They happened to see something amidst the mist. It was a man who was crawling on his hands and knees, and he was on the seashore to see he was a white man. So what happens to this couple? They are very surprised, they are very confused, they are very disturbed. Sadao, being a doctor, he has to handle it, isn't it? Whenever a doctor sees a wounded person, what is the first thing they will do? They give their first aid with whatever possibilities, whatever things are around them. So what does Sadao do? He used his finger to check the wounds. Where are the wounds on the body of that human being? So as he touches, blood oozes out. And he realizes that at the lower back of that person, there was the wound which had gunshots. That means there were bullets inside. That means to say that it was not too many days that he had been shot. So he uses his finger to search the wound, and then as he was doing it, the blood flows freshly. There was a gun wound at the lower back of his back. It had not been too many days that he had been shot. Now since he was in the sea, the rock had stuck the wound. So what did the doctor do? Using few mosses which was fallen there, he squeezed it and he packed the wound so that the blood stopped oozing out. So the moss are those green small plants, small herb-like plants which is seen around near the seashore. He just squeezed this and he packed the wound. So that was the first thing what Dr. Sadao did. Now what happens next? Both of them, the doctor and his wife Hannah, are in total confusion. They are in a state of confusion. What do we do now? What are we going to do with this person? There is nobody around. Should we take him? Looking at him, they understand that he was an American prisoner. And being a Japanese, it is completely wrong to help him out. They will be arrested. It will not go well with the people and the government of Japan. So what are they going to do? Would they want to throw him back to the shore? Or should they help him? Being humans, how can they just let go somebody being suffering so much? They knew that he's going to die if they will not render any help. So they are completely in confusion. Both of them are in confusion. They shared each other's curious repulsion. What to do, what not to do. So they were discussing. They hesitated to put him back to the sea. Either Sadao or his wife Hannah did not want to throw him back to the shore or leave him there and get back home. Sheltering a prisoner, they would be arrested. They are very sure if you shelter that person, they are in trouble. They will be arrested. But they turned over to him as a prisoner. He would certainly die. But if they did not attend to him, or if they leave him there and go away, they were certain that they would die. That was not going well either for Sadao or for Hannah. So this is what happened when they saw this man who was crawling from the seashore. Sadao gave his first part of the first aid, and the couple was totally in confusion about what to do with this white man. Going forward, what did they do? What did they do? They decided that they could not leave him. They did not want somebody to die out of pain, out of suffering. And being in a doctor's profession, for Sadao, it was his priority that he will help him. Either his enemy or the prisoner or somebody unknown or somebody he did not want at all. He wanted to give his first service. That is what his profession has taught him. So what did they decide? They wanted to carry that man back home and then, inform the servants about the scenario and help him or go ahead in his treatment. So they carry him secretly and managed to tell the servants about it. So Sadao lifted him home. The servant were not okay to help. There was agitation in the servant. They did not want to help. I told you all because they were Japanese. They did not want to help an American man, and that too being a prisoner. So they did not want to help. But who took the complete responsibility? It was Hena. Hena took the complete responsibility of cleaning or washing the American prisoner, and Sadao planned how to get him out of his illness. So this is what Sadao and his wife Hena did or decided to do. Further, the man starts recovering after a few days. After the treatment of Dr. Sadao, the man starts recovering. He was feeling very secure and comfortable to be under the hands of the doctor and be at Hena's place. So he was feeling very secure and comfortable in the doctor couple's house. So the doctor once visited the general. The general had called the doctor for a treatment. As I told you, he was aged and ailing. So when he visited the general for the treatment, what did Sadao do? He told the general about Tom the prisoner and how he is kept in his house, what happened and the whole story. Now was the general okay with it? No, the general was not okay. The general knew what Sadao did was completely wrong, but he did not react. Why did the general not react? Because doctor was so indispensable for the general. The general wanted Sadao as his doctor, and he did not want Sadao to be arrested at any cost. That would affect him getting recovered, isn't it? So the general did not want to react then. Instead, he promised, he told the doctor that he is going to send the assassins. Assassins means the people, the professional killers to his house, and then they would kill the prisoner. But this did not go well with the doctor because he has put in so much of effort to recover that patient, and killing somebody in his own house, he was not okay. And he knew that his wife is also going to be very disturbed if he tells what the general had told him about. So he stays quiet and he does not tell Hana at all. So what happened further in the story, that Sadao goes and meets the general, tells him about the prisoner, and the general, instead of arresting Dr. Sadao for his selfish reasons, he tells him that he will send the assassins to kill the prisoner. Further, what happens? Days pass by. There's a lot of disturbance at home. Okay? On the 7th day, there is total disturbance when Dr. Sadao was sitting in his office. This office is in his house only. When he's sitting in his office, there is a messenger who comes. Alright. So seeing the messenger, Anna feels very disturbed, very scared. Why? The same day, all the 3 servants, the cook, the gardener and Yumi, they said they do not want to give any more service. They could manage on their own. They did not want to stay in a house which was going against the patriotism of the country. So they left the place. So Hana thought the servant who had left the house that day morning had informed the police and the army, and they had come to arrest this couple. So Hana was very disturbed. So what happened? 3 days later, 3 nights passed by after Sadao met the general. The general had not sent anybody to take away the prisoner. No assassins were sent. This prisoner had completely recovered. Now the doctor decides to send him away safely. The doctor decides to help the prisoner to escape. So he gives him a boat, a torchlight, lots of food and water and a flashlight, a light which can flash when an emergency. He instructs him to stay in the boat away from the sea, and then that is an island wherein he wants the prisoner to run away with this boat and stay in the island until and unless he can go away or he can board any other boat. And whenever he is running short of food, if he is not able to escape, if he is running short of food, the doctor so sweetly tells him, before the sun sets, before the horizon, he has to flash 2 times the light as a signal so that the doctor can get him some food. So he asked him to signal him with 2 flashes when he runs short of food. So this is what happens further when the general has not sent any personnel to kill the prisoner, and Sadao was very disturbed having him at home. He helps the prisoner escape by giving him the necessities and telling him what he has to do further. So what happens? The general calls the doctor to do his operation. So general calls the doctor and Sadao tells that the prisoner has escaped. The general keeps quiet. Sadao completes his surgery and then gets back home. Back in his house, he sees across the sea. He sees through his balcony, but he doesn't see any flash of light. And he realizes that the prisoner had escaped safely. And he is very happy about what he has done. So this is a story. This is a short summary of the lesson, The Enemy. I have told you all who are the characters, what is the theme, title, moral, significance, the message, and also how did the story conclude. So that should not stop you here. Going further, you should read the textbook in detail. It's a lengthy lesson, a lot of conversation, but very, very interesting. Now, I have not touched everything in detail, but I'll give you references to the pages wherein you need to really read between the lines and understand. Now, few of the reference pages are, if you go to page number 25, you can understand how did Hena and Sadao get to know each other and what is the warmth in their relation. So please read that, it's very interesting. And in page 27, 28 and 29, there is a conversation between them seeing an unknown person. There is a conversation between them when they see that unknown white man beside the seashore. And in page number 30, there is a talk between Yumi and Hena when Hena asks for help with the servants to wash the American prisoner. And in page 32, 33 and 34, Hena and the doctor, while cleaning the patient and while treating the wound, there is a little bit of conversation. Dear children, it is important that you really go through it. It brings in a lot of interest for you to read through. Also, moving forward, you read in page 34, you get to know about General Takima. When Hana was giving the anesthesia and when she was closely observing the American prisoner who is the patient of Dr. Sadao then, she remembers, she memorizes an incident or about General Takima, which I really have not touched. It is for you all to read in these pages. Going forward, it's about the servants in page number 37, 38. How they express their feeling, why they do not want to give service to their master, and how they feel that whatever their master and their mistress is doing, it is right, but they are not for it because they are truly Japanese, they are patriotic and they do not want to help an American prisoner, a white man. And then they decided to pack their things and leave the home. So there's a little bit of conversation which you need to read. So these are few of the textbook pages which I have referred to, which you really need to go through in detail. After Sadao does the surgery and the American prisoner gets back to his senses, he opens his eyes to see Hannah next to him, during which this is the conversation. "Don't be afraid," she begged him softly. "How come? You speak English?" he gasped. "I was a long time in America," she replied. She saw that he wanted to reply to that, but he could not, and so she knelt and fed him gently from the Proclean spoon. He ate unwillingly, but still he ate. "Now you will soon be strong," she said, not liking him and yet moved to comfort him. He did not answer. That was the third day after the operation. The young man was sitting up, his face bloodless with the effort. Sadao enters the room. "Lie down," Sadao cried. "Do you want to die?" He forced the man down gently and strongly and examined the wound. "You may kill yourself if you do this sort of thing," he scolded. For which the American, "What are you doing to do with me?" the boy muttered. He looked just now barely 17. "Are you going to hand me over?" For a moment, Sadao did not answer. He finished his examination and then pulled the silk quilt over the man. "I do not know myself what I shall do with you," he said. "I ought, of course, to give you to the police. You are a prisoner of war. No, do not tell me anything." He put up his hand as he saw the young man was about to speak. "Don't even tell me your name unless I ask it." Dear children, please refer page 36 to continue with the conversation. The next conversation is between Dr. Sadao and the general. It happens when Dr. Sadao visits the general at his place. It starts with, "Of course," the general said weakly. "I understand fully, but that is because I once took a degree in Princeton, so few Japanese have." The doctor says, "I care nothing for the man, Excellency," Sadao said, "but having operated on him with such success." "Yes, yes," the general said. "It only makes me feel you more indispensable to me. Evidently, you can save anyone. You are so skilled. You say you think I can stand one more such attack as I have today?" "Not more than one," Sadao said. "Then certainly I can allow nothing to happen to you," the general said with anxiety. His long, pale Japanese face became expressionless, which meant that he was in deep thought. "You can't be arrested," the general said, closing his eyes. "Suppose you were condemned to death and the next day I had to have my operation." Dear children, refer page 40 for a conversation further to continue. Next, you see a conversation between Dr. Sadao and the American prisoner. Knowing that the general is going to send assassins to kill the prisoner, Sadao was not comfortable. He wanted the prisoner to escape. During that time, he went into the guest room one night before he went to bed himself and checked carefully the American's temperature, the state of the wound, and his heart and pulse. The pulse was irregular, but that was perhaps because of excitement. The young man's pale lips were pressed together and his eyes burned. Only the scars on his neck were red. "I realize you're saving my life again," he told Sadao. "Not at all," Sadao said. "It is only inconvenient to have you here any longer." He had hesitated a good deal about giving the man a flashlight, but he had decided to give it to him after all. It was a small one, his own, which he used at night when he was called. If your food runs out before you catch a boat, he said, signal me 2 flashes at the same instant the sun drops over the horizon. Do not signal in darkness, for it will be seen. You are all right, but still there, signal me once. You will find fresh fish easy to catch, but you must eat them raw. A fire would be seen. Okay, the young man breathed. Dear children, please continue to read the conversation in page 44. So I expect you to read the conversations in the textbook. Moving forward, the most important part for you always is the questions expected in the examination. What are the questions that you are tested in this lesson during your examination? Now you already know that you will get 2 types of question, short answer for 2 marks and your long answer for 6 marks. So let's see what are the short answer questions which is for 2 marks. The first one being Dr. Sadav's house, where and how it was. Hannah washed the prisoner on her own. Why and how did she do it? What did she feel during that time? Why were the servants not okay in sheltering the prisoners? And why was Sadav not sent aboard with the troops along with the army? Why did the general not send him? And how did the general offer the help to get rid of the prisoner? These are only few children, but when you read the textbook, you can definitely frame the questions for yourself. There are a lot of questions which you will come across. Moving to the long answer questions, which are for 6 marks. Of course, every lesson, the character sketches become important. So here, I taught you all few characters of the lesson. Please go through their characteristic features and then Dr. Sadav. How did he help the prisoner to escape? Why did he help the prisoner to escape? So such questions you can expect and justify the doctor being a patriotic and a dedicated surgeon. You have to justify both. He is a patriotic and also he is a dedicated surgeon. Now write a paragraph or write an article on humanity versus patriotism. You can expect questions like this. Next, why did the doctor, that is, why did Dr. Sadav go to America? Why did he go? To do his medicines, and how and everything you need to tell what were his father's interests. So these being few of the long questions. So now that you know the expected question and answers, you know the story, the summary, the characters, theme, title, significance, moral, message and conclusion. What is left? Only that you open your textbook and you read the lesson which are of too many pages. So I want you all to open your textbook and read the lesson. That's it for today. To conclude, I hope you have understood the lesson, the enemy. The meaning of the word the enemy. Not a very nice feeling, isn't it? So let's learn to live a life without enemies around us. It brings in a lot of peace for us and happiness as well. We can live without fear, we can live without disturbance and without any uncomfortable feeling. So dear children, remember humanity is the essence of our existence. See you in my next session. Report writing and narrative writing. Until then, all smiles to you. Bye-bye.